February is here-ish. Not yet. I'm recording this in January. But we got 2 new tunes coming. I kind of read their kits, but let me be real. I'm more excited about the reworks than I am about the new tunes coming into the game. Let's get to it.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, Gravity here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I'm going to go over the February preview. Happy Black History Month. And as you can see, DC Legends has blessed us with 2 African-American, well, actually, technically, one of them is an alien, so he just is, you know, appearing like a black person. But in any case, with 2 African-American heroes, which we love to see. Representation matters. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and get into it. And I will say this. There are a couple of announcements that I want to make, and I want to be sure to make them. So guys, also comment below. Kind of keep me honest on this one. 1, Gilberto Jr. Ultimate Kit Challenge will be coming this month. So prepare your kits. For those of you who don't know, and I'll make a video announcing this, but what the Ultimate Kit Challenge is, if you want to be a part of it, I'll have a link below. You can just submit your name and an email address. Please, like, no full names, no addresses, no telephone numbers, no like personal data. I mean, if you have, like me, I have like 3 crap emails and then 1 actual one that I use. So just pick one of those email addresses just so I can contact you. And then just submit your name, whatever handle or name or nickname, whatever you want to go by. And you will be able to participate in the Ultimate Kit Challenge. Now, the Ultimate Kit Challenge, for those of you who didn't see it, I did about a year ago, actually, like a while ago, is basically you introduce a tune that you want to be in the game, a new tune to go into the game, and you write up their kit with the 3 actives and 2 passives, or 4 actives and 1 passive if you want. And then what I will do is read them here, and the viewers will get to vote over which kits they think are better. Now, in the past, I did say reworks, and I think I'm going to leave that off for this time. The more I think about it, I don't want to do the rework ones, so I'm going to give you guys like a little bit of an extra job. It's only for newer tunes that are not in the game, and then introduce it, and I'm putting it ahead of this, introduce it the way that this is introduced. Brief history of the person, as if you were like really doing this for WB. So like a sentence about who that hero is, where they come from, 2 sentences or whatever, and then go into their superpowers. So yeah, that is the Ultimate Kit Challenge that will be coming. Yay. So be ready for that. And then number 2, there was another thing I wanted to announce, and now I've completely forgotten about it. Oh. So I wanted to do Comic Book Corner. You guys have probably heard me talk about this for a little while now, and and actually, I'll put up another question about this on the community tab, which I don't know how to handle it exactly. But there's a lot of comics that I want to read, and I always ask you guys for suggestions. So I'm going to start doing, because I have Joyson, my editor, what's up, dude? Because I have him doing this extra stuff, that frees me up for time to read a couple comic books, a couple volumes. So what I would do is also say there will be another link, and you will get shouted out, and it will be greatly appreciated for you to say, my name is such and such. Again, don't give any personal data, such and such. And then you recommend a volume of, you know, whatever to read. And then I'll do a comic book corner on that volume for any of the newer stuff or older stuff, because there's a lot of old stuff that I haven't read as well. I still haven't read like The Death of Damien. If you guys want to give me the comics where that happens, the volume, not just the comic, but the volume. If you want to go ahead and let me know any kind of Alan Scott lore, I've heard of, and I don't even know if I want Alan Scott because I'm not really into Lanterns. Blackest Night I read and I loved it, but you know, kind of an exception because I'm not really into Lanterns. Another one, Icon and Rocket. I am not familiar with them at all. So if you guys have any like any volumes that I should read, definitive volumes, that one. Also Grail. Grail I wanted to read up on, but I have not found any of her volumes. Any of those things you could recommend. Mr. Miracle, I do not know him at all, so recommend those comic book volumes to me. And what I'm going to do, and I don't know, and this will probably be another question as well, so I'm giving myself a lot of work to do. I don't know if I should do a comic book corner at like the end/beginning of videos, or if I should just have one full video that's just dedicated to, hey, these are the 3 comic volumes I read. Here's what I think. Here's my review. Here's the BS. Boy, it's much better in the old days in the 90s when they were writing comics. Okay, this one was kind of cool. So, like, let me know. And right now, I think, as I'm saying this, I'm going to do I got to catch up on Future State Batman and Future State Teen Titans. So those are the ones that I'm currently probably this weekend going to read. So in any case, that's it. Comic Book Corner. Give me your suggestions. There will be a link down there below. Or actually, better yet, there will not be a link. There will be no link. Where I'm asking you to suggest it will be in the community tab. I'll put up a community tab right now so you guys don't have to do all that clicking and that to the forums. However, for the Ultimate Kit Challenge, you will need to follow the link in the forum. The reason I do that is because if you're willing to, click 2 or 3 extra times, then that means I know that you're probably going to really do it. So, in any case, let's go ahead and get into February with Icon and Rocket. So, let me go ahead and scroll down a bit. Icon, Augusta Freeman, and Rocket, Raquel Irvin. This is really small. I can't read this. Hold up. Are coming this February to join DC Legends along with them are February reworks Stripe, Pat Dugan, and Black Lightning, Protector of Suicide Slum. Now, here's the thing. I saw last night, and I'm recording this on the Thursday before this comes out. I saw last night that the reworks went live for Stripe and for Black Lightning, and I went ahead and looked at their kits. I went ahead and assigned the legendary points, all that other stuff. There will definitely be a versus on them. Black Lightning looks really, really cool at the moment, and so does Stripe. But it was only like preliminary stuff. I've only done like a few battles, so I can't really say how great they're going to be. But they look good so far. They look like they're going to be pretty boss. So let's see. Once we actually get to the kits, I'll discuss it more. So Icon Augustus Freeman. Arnis of Terminus is an alien that crashed in the Deep South in 1839. Bad luck, bro. Yo, you caught a bad break on that one. He altered his DNA so he would resemble a normal human being. He worked himself up from slave to Union soldier to lawyer and was involved in much of Black history. Yo, somebody send me Icon stuff. He developed the persona of Augustus Freeman, posing as his own son 4 times. When he met the young superheroine Rocket, she convinced him to become a superhero, an icon for the Black community of Dakota City. I already am in love with him. And I've heard of Icon, but I never, ever read any kind of comics or anything about him. So there you go. And then you have, I'm even on the wrong thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and read these because I like these little summaries. And then I'll go back. I'll go back to the actual kits. Rocket Raquel Irvin. Unlike most, Rocket chose her own path as a sidekick after convincing Augustus Freeman to become a superhero. I like that. Augustus provided her with inertia belt, which grants her control of kinetic energy. Rocket's strong suit is her super speed, agility, using her tools to immobilize the enemy and escape from danger. All right, so I like those. I rarely ever read those. I'm kind of glad that I did, and maybe I should do that more often. Is like read their histories and stuff that's provided by DC Legends, and then go back into it. Where you going, DC Legends? What you doing to me? Yeah. All right. So upcoming. Wait, we had here's the announcement. Usually the announcement's pinned to the top. They didn't have it pinned this time, but anyway. Don't matter. Let's just hop into it. All right, so we're gonna go straight into the superpower since I've already read the histories or whatever. Concussion force bolts. Special damage to a single enemy. 35% chance to stun. Legendary. Also gain affinity up and 2 intelligence up. Icon's the free daily login. Special damage to a single enemy. 35% chance to stun. Okay. All right. It's okay. Basic. 2 turns on the intelligence up, so he'll gain. Energy enhanced punches. Special damage to all enemies. All right. Apply 4 evasion downs. Ignore shield. Icon has a 40% chance of using energy enhanced powers again. Okay. Legendary also has a 60% chance to call assist on a random enemy at the end of his turn. It would have been nice if they made that ability can't miss, and that way it would be kind of like another solution to Cheshire. Positron Pulse. Sure. Special damage to all enemies. So he has 2 AoE attacks. We like it. If Icon is shielded, deal 20% true damage. Also, the attack ignores shield, and Icon gives 40% turn meter up. Gains 40% turn meter up. I like. Positron Field. After an enemy attacks him, Icon gains 30% shield and has a 60% chance of using concussion force bolts, which is the special damage to a single enemy, 35% chance to stun on a random enemy. So after an enemy attacks, he gains 30% shield, 6% chance to use to attack back. Legendary also gained 2 mins and stun immunity. I mean, I like the 2 mins and stun immunity. I mean, I guess it's nice. Superhuman biology. At the end, is he? Well, he's not human. So can he be superhuman? He's extraterrestrial. So is it saying like superhuman kind of not true because he's not human? All right, so sorry, stupid. At the end of his turn, Icon converts each debuff up to 5 into, that's what they should be writing, 10% shield. So he gains 50% shield if he has 5 debuffs, which is going to be very easy to have in this current meta. If he has no debuff, Icon resets energy enhanced punches. Cooldown. Legendary starts the battle with awareness and stun immunity, which always scares me and makes me think they're going to be squishy. HP 35,000, or 36,000. So he's not squishy at all, actually. Intelligence base, and he has about 2,700 in terms of intelligence. Crit value is going to be 178, and then crit chance 15%. Sounds like he might hit like a truck. He's kind of tanky. And is he what, energy base? He's energy. Both of them are energy base. All right. He looks good. Great? No. Good. So Raquel Erdogan is an aspiring writer turned sidekick under her own terms, following the guidance of Icon. Kinetic punch. Damage and gain 3 strength ups. Legendary attack again and ignore awareness. Here's the thing. And let me go ahead and sip from my frozen coffee mug. Here's what's weird to me. Her kit is so bare in terms of like when I looked at it, when I was like just scrolling through, you see how little writing there is? She must hit like a truck because they don't write anything about it. She's like, she just hits. She just hits. Like, I mean, anyway, force beam, damage to a single enemy. 5% additional damage per strength up. So you're getting strength ups, which make you stronger, and then you get 5% extra damage per strength up. Max 10, so 50% more damage. And then gain 5 agility ups is the legendary point. I'll just go ahead and look right now. She has 28,000 HP, which is relatively low, or about a little bit below average. So the agility ups will help her being tanky. Inertia field. Heavy damage to all enemies, and I love how like that all those asterisks in the middle of the thing. It's just a mistake, but it looks like they're cursing, and so it's like and gain a ton of stun. Anyway, it's heavy damage to all enemies and stun a random enemy. Legendary call assist from a random ally. I really want to know what that heavy damage is looking like because they really have her. Redirection, gain 9 strength ups if hit. 9 of them things. Also gain stun immunity as legendary point. 9 of them things. Inertia field, sorry. Use 3 mins on herself if hit. Or gain 3 mins on herself if hit. Also gain crit immunity. So the crit immunity makes me think, what's her agility sitting at? Her agility's at like 2,500? No, more like 2,300. So she might be a little squishy, which is why you need the crit immunity and the agility ups and in. Which, I mean, her kit reads like she's a glass cannon, basically, is how it looks like. All right, so now down to Stripe. Using the mechanical skills to build himself the super suit Stripe, Pat Dugan fights with his stepdaughter, Stargirl, against crime and injustice. So, hypercharged Strike. And this is the thing. For both of them, for Black Lightning and for Stripe, it was very hard for me to decide their legendary order or their legendary, because it feels like you need all of their legendary points. And for me, I don't know if you guys are new to the channel or whatever, I do all the way up to L4, and I don't do L5 unless I'm going to take them RB1. The only exceptions to that are currently Nightwing, and I think, oh no, I took Mara RB1 already, I think. So yeah, the only like real exception to that is like Nightwing, I think. And that's because as soon as I have enough frags for him, I'll take him RB1, but I just don't have enough frags. And I messed up like his legendary order, so I needed to take him L5 to get that other legendary point. Anyway, hypercharge strike to an enemy. Oh yeah, so that means I have Stripe enough, I think, to take him RB1. And I have him L4 right now. I took him L4 yesterday. Black Lightning, I did the same thing. He's L4 right now. I have enough to take him RB1. And their kits look good, and they performed well last night. I'm going to give it like another couple days. But then I have to decide which one of them I want to take RB1. Hypercharge Strike. Damage to an enemy. 70% plus 70% chance. Plus 70% chance. Plus 70% crit chance up. Okay, maybe, okay. And 100% crit damage up if overhealed. Legendary, if overhealed, use Hyper Strike again and gain 30% turn meter up. I did take that one because 30% turn meter up and striking again. And I'll just go ahead and disclose this with the Black Lightning. I didn't take the legendary point for the A1, and I'll explain that later. Repair routine activation. Heavy damage to an enemy and gain 30% true overheal. Legendary, which true overheal, there's true heal, but true overheal. I need to pay more attention to that as well. Gain 1 permanent hit chance up per alive enemy and call assist on the target. I think this is the one I didn't take on his legendary orders. And let me go check real quick. I think that's the one I did not take. And I need to be able to justify my logic on that one, to be quite frank. So we'll open up DC Legends and I'll go back to it. Overpower. Heavy damage to all enemies. Use Hypercharge Strike on a random enemy if there is a dead enemy. Legendary gain, which makes him good for PvE. It's good for PvP too, but I mean, it's a little bit harder to take out tunes. But once you are like going through the waves of PvE, it does help him like just kind of melt through all of the waves. Legendary, 15% turn meter up per alive enemy, which would make it 60 if everyone's still alive, and gain 10% chance per alive ally. 10% crit chance up per alive ally. So he'll start to crit more. Like the more alive allies he has means the harder he's going to hit, or the more likely he is to crit. Technical advantage. If overhealed, use repair routine and gain damage immunity each time an enemy dies. Also, it gains the damage. Okay. Legendary. Stripe gains 30% true overheal each time an ally shields him. Oh, I read that wrong. Each time an ally gives him shield, he gets 30% true overheal. I thought it was each time an ally shields themselves, or anyone gets shielded at all. But if he gets shield, which running with lanterns, or Terra, which she's not so much in the meta because of, Cheshire. But, yeah, there are plenty of tunes that shield. Alan Scott. Can run him with Alan Scott. And that's what I need to do. I need to run him with Alan Scott and Cyborg Superman, actually, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, because I remember hearing that on... I always forget Alan Scott, and I heard something on WRL broadcast, and I was like, I need to use Alan Scott more. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now, as I'm looking down at my phone, is I'm going to put Stripe into a team whereby I will have Alan Scott. There's already Cyborg Superman, and then Alan Scott will also be added to it. And then I need to think of a good lead. Who's a good lead for that team? You guys tell me. So, probably Brainiac. Anyway, so analysis complete. 70% chance to gain 4 hit chance ups for 2 turns, and 30% turn meter up if an enemy gets 1 buff on their turn, 1 or more buffs on their turn. So he has a 70% chance to gain 4 crit chance ups. Great against Cheshire. Because she definitely buffs. And then 30% turn meter up as well. So he's going to be jumping in line a lot. So be aware of that. If you have certain orders that you need for your teams, he's going to be jumping you a lot like Cyborg Superman. 30% extra chance if overhealed. So he has a 100% chance to gain those kit chance ups if he's overhealed. Legendary. If overhealed, purge stripes, bleeds, and disease at the end of each enemy's turn. I took that legendary point, and let me see. I said I was going to check stripes. The only legendary point I didn't take for stripe was the second one, the one that is 1 permanent hit chance up and a live enemy call assist. I want that as well, but the hyper strike twice on his A1 is kind of a must. The 15% turn meter up per alive enemy plus 10%, it makes him hit harder and gets him to go faster and more often. The legendary gain 30% true overheal each time an ally shields him. He can run under whoever, wherever, whenever, and he's giving himself not only shield, he's not only getting shields, but he's also healing himself. So it's twofold there. And then disease and bleeds are so prevalent in the game right now that I had to take bleeds and disease, because if he's giving himself this, 4% 4 hit chance ups and I know the A2 would have helped with those hit chance ups. However, regardless of, if he's doing that, then that means he might be a viable solution against Cheshire and against Trigun. So had to take those. To me, in my view. Tell me if I'm wrong. Now, going down, Black Lightning. Jefferson Pierce improves Suicide Slums as a teacher by day and fights its criminals as the superhero Black Lightning by night. Electrokinesis, special damage and apply 4 intelligence downs to an enemy. Legendary, double damage if Black Lightning is overhealed. Now, I didn't take this one. I kind of regret it, kind of don't. The reason why is that his A1 seems to hit relatively hard since I've tested him. And so him being able to double that damage would probably be very, very good, very, very solid. However, I built him more for support than attack. I want him to support the allies, give him those heals and stuff, which his heal is nuts now. His heal is incredible. I want him to give those heals and everything else, so that way he's more in a support role than an attacking role. And if I'm not really counting on him to attack much until I take him RB1, if I do, then it's better for me to go for the stuff that heals. That was my view on it. Supercharge, heavy overheal, and purge up to 4 debuffs from an ally. Legendary, apply and overheal to all allies. Like, I kind of have to do that, right? Like, it's going to be an overheal to that one person. And it is a heavy overheal. It's huge. But then everyone else gets an overheal as well. Electric Blast. Special damage to an enemy and always purge 6 buffs from an ally. From an enemy. Apply a light overheal to all allies for each buff purged. More healing. I like that. Bioelectrical counter. 65% chance to apply stun to an enemy when it deals damage to Black Lightning. I had an issue with this because I ran him under like Enchantress one time and then another time under like Nightwing, so I kept not getting hit. So I haven't really tested that whole mechanic, albeit before this rework, this was a mechanic already in his kit, and it worked pretty well. Always gain stun immunity. Gain 4 intelligence ups when bioelectrical counter activates is the legendary, and you use supercharge at the end of his turn on a random ally, which that's the other part. If I'm going to use supercharge, of course I want to take that legendary point, because then I'm applying overheal to all allies as well, not just one. Energy aura. Understand deals damage. Gain 4 int ups when bio. So when it does trigger that 65% chance, that's when you get the supercharge. Yeah, okay, cool. Just making sure. At the beginning of a teammate's turn, apply 25% true heal if the teammate's HP is below 50%. That always came in handy. Or to gain 2 intelligence up if the teammate HP is over 100%. He ramps quick, very quick. Legendary, reduce cooldown of supercharge by 1 when energy aura activates, and gain 30% turn meter up. So supercharge, which is again that heal, and so if it activates at the beginning of each teammate's turn, so I put that up to 100%. So that's happening to him all the time, especially if they're staying overhealed. So you get to use supercharge a lot more often, keeping them overhealed. So I like Black Lightning and I like Stripe. I want to play with them more, but I think they're good. I don't know if they're not changing anything in the meta, but I think they'll definitely be useful. But we'll see. I'm going to do a versus on them, and then I'm going to do an end-up guide on each one of them. So you'll see. Bloodsport is the PvP board completion bonus. Wraith, you have Medfield, but Black Lightning, Fire. I want some of those Fire frags. Stripe, and then Mr. Fantastic. Wrong universe, Mr. Terrific. And Mr. Terrific, I've actually put on hold, and then Dawn Star, I just took her 70-11. I got to put some rings into her. I actually had a bunch of rings saved up for her, and then when I saw Stripe and Black Lightning, I put some rings into them to kind of ring them out, because they were all like at the penultimate level on their abilities, and so that's where her rings went. So I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of blue rings, and we're going through raids right now, so I'll get some blue rings, and then I'll put those into Dawn Star. For February, we have 2 showdowns. You have Deadshot, Suicide Squad, Hitman. I mean, collect the frags anyway. Same thing with Nubia. Collect their frags, because there might always be a rework or a stat boost or something, but right now those are not relevant tunes at all, unless you need to deepen your roster. Rocket is the Siege tune. And then we have Icon and Rocket, of course, Black Lightning and Stripe. Cyclone, woo! I don't know why I'm wooing, but sure. Kyle Rayner and Catwoman and Black Canary are the bonus tunes for Siege. So I got all those settled. And I think with Icon, just because I really like them, like the whole like lore that they've just introduced, I might rush to take him out 70-11 this Sunday. That might be the plan. And Mr. Terrific might get lost in the shuffle because I've heard like not bad things but not great things. So yeah, he's a freebie tune. Cyborg Superman has an event. Yo, if I have to tell you to go get those frags, then I don't know what the hell you're doing. Get his frags. He is a beast. He's an absolute monster. Team challenge. Vixen, Avatar of the Anim. I mean, like I said before in the video, she's good, especially if you're early to mid game. So focus on getting her frags. It'll definitely be worth it and help deepen your roster, help you progress in the game a little bit more. Okay, so going down. Raid boss. Yep. Okay, here's this thing. The Batman White Knight skin. I kind of want this. They don't say if it's for Batman CC or if it's for the World's Greatest Detective. I have so many Batman skins that I like, but I can't use him because he's trash in this game. Straight up, that's it. I might go for this skin, try to get in the top 500. Mostly because I really need the resources. The top 500 will be a plus, and I do like the skin, but it's going to be another skin that I like that I will never see because he's trash. All right, down here we have Bombshell Superman Circus 20 available in stores. I already got it. Oops. I saw that today and I was like, I'm getting this. All right, so there we go. And then the stat boost, Huntress. Huntress is already a beast still. I think she was still good. She just kind of got pushed out of the meta, but like she was already good. They give her a stat boost and make her, let's see, a little bit stronger. So her strength is up to 3,000 right now. Crit chance is at 47%, and crit value is at 256. Beast. Captain Cold, I love playing and running around with him a little bit. The stat boost will help him with survivability. I don't think he's being used not because of any kind of statistic thing, but just like his actual kit itself and how useful it can be in the meta. But, I mean, I love to do the speed down lock teams with him and Mr. Freeze, so maybe I could use that more. Black Manta, if you are still struggling with Barda, he is the absolute solution to her or anybody who produces a bunch of mins. Other than that, I don't see him being too relevant in the game. He used to hit like a truck, though, back in the day. And when someone had bleeds, he would hit twice on the A1. I used to love using him. And then Owlman, we definitely love to see a stat boost from him because we're going to need those hit chance ups and his can't miss. And I'm using him a lot more often these days, given what the meta is. So thanks for that stat boost. And then bug fixes, I'm not even going into it. But that is February. I think I'm reasonably excited. I'm definitely excited about even just reading the comics of Icon and Rocket. I just want to know more about them. So look forward to your suggestions. And then I think Black Lightning and Stripe might actually be legitimately really good tunes right now. So thank you guys for watching. I drop these such videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Be on the lookout for the verses of Stripe versus Black Lightning. Be on the lookout for in-depth guide for Dawnstar, Stripe, Black Lightning. And then we'll see on Icon. If I can, I'll try to take him 70-11 this weekend. I'm not sure I will be able to, but I'm definitely going to try. So, thank you guys for watching. I drop these such videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Buy me a coffee. Help support the channel. Thanks again for watching all the way through. I'll see you next time.